I say, my babies are getting better, a little bit at a time. You know, they're creating some good memories for themselves and for the program, for the staff. They continue to follow and stay in high character. They continue to do the right things, and they should be rewarded. You know, they should be rewarded when they go through a little adversity. So I'm happy for them. I'm proud of the way they finished the regular conference season as well.
Do you feel like this team is where you want it to be at this point in the year?
You know, you always want your team to be a little better, right? I thought we struggled offensively with the changing defenses they threw at us in the second half, and our shot selection leaned a little bit. But for the most part, I was very pleased with it defensively. I was pleased with what we ran offensively and the looks we got. But overall, I don't think any coach is ever really fully pleased. But I'm happy with the progress for sure.
What, in terms of, what do you take away from this game that's going to help you next week when you guys start in Mountain West?
Well, you know, they made some significant strides with sweeping 5 teams in conference and you know, getting to 11 wins, which was significantly better than when we took over the job. So I think now they can kind of put that behind them and say, okay, new season, you know. And it's a one and done type season. So they have a whole new focus. They have lots of opportunities to take from this game and our last couple games with San Diego State and learn and grow. And then we'll put together a plan that hopefully give them the best chance to be successful, put them in good positions to make shots and get stops. And so, you know, I'm looking forward to the challenge, and it'll be a big challenge. It's a very good team.
To give up an 18-point lead and trail with a couple minutes left, but then come back and steady it and then close the game on a run and win. What does that say about your team and especially your 2 senior guards?
You know, they got some grit. You know, they have grit. Chris was he was dead on tonight. When we needed him to be from offensively, he was. I mean, 6 for 6 from the 3-point line, goes for 20 points, and Noah's 8 assists and 0 turnovers. I mean, the stats tell the story. You have 2 seniors that are not just old, but they're talented, and they're helping us win games and on the road and in the clutch. So it really is going to come back down to, and I said this early in the year, when we were going to be as good as our seniors were going to be, because as much as you want your freshmen to be dynamic guys, it's just not the way of the lay of the land. So we were going to be as good as our seniors were, and you know, when you lost Shakur, then you know, you had some concerns, but what are you going to do about it? You got to keep lacing them up, keep teaching, and keep preaching, and let the chips fall where they may. So, you know, obviously we would have liked to have been in that top 2 or 3 spots and competed and had a great season, or a great conference record. But I'm very pleased with what we've done, and more importantly, I'm proud of the way they've gone about it. I think I talk about it a lot off camera, but as a head coach, you want to coach young men that are loyal, that trust you, that follow you, and it makes your job easier when all your meetings are about basketball and nothing else. We don't have a lot of nonsense time as staff. We concentrate on basketball, which helps them to be a better team.
One more. What does it say about Chris, the fact that he was in a big shooting slump before that Boise game? He was like 6 of 34 in the previous games, and tonight he went 6 of 6. He's 11 of 15 over the last 2.
Yeah, you know, we know he can shoot. Chris is one of those guys that you need to make sure you give him. He knows that you have confidence in him. I think all shooters want their coach to know that you're open, shoot it. And so we've had those conversations, and you know, he's one of my guys. He's my first recruit, and you know, I'm rocking with him, and sometimes it works for you and sometimes it doesn't. But fortunately, he's on an upward swing, and hopefully we can keep that trend going through the rest of the season.
Well, you know, sad to do it on that senior night, but it's one of those big time wins we needed on the road. You know, 5-4 in a row, about the whole conference. It's just a staple in our season. You know, we did a pretty solid job, so we just gonna try to make this momentum carry into the tournament.
6 of 6 from 3-point range for you. Were you just feeling good with your shot?
Yeah, I was just feeling it today. It was just, I've been in the gym lately, you know. There's previous games I've been kind of struggling from the 3-point line, so I made sure I got in the gym, got out with the shots. Then we got some shots last night in the arena too as well, so that kind of helped a little bit.
The go-ahead 3 that you hit with 2 minutes left, was that a play or a set for you to shoot it there, or did you just size it up and say, I'm going to let it go?
You talking about the one out of bounds?
You guys were down by 2.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't a play. It was a play for like the the 4-man or something, but I just slid to the corner and my man was ball watching. I don't know what he's looking at, but he was ball watching or whatever. And Noah we just made eye contact and he just saw me and I knocked it down.
Can you give some early thoughts on San Diego State and opening up the Mountain West tournament on Thursday?
Well, I feel like we're prepared for them. You know, last game kind of slipped away from us at the end, so we're just going to keep that in our head. But I feel like we're mentally ready and physically prepared for them.
Marvin says he always wants, every coach says it, but he says he wants you guys to be playing your best at the end of the year. Where do you guys feel you are right now after this game?
I feel like we're right there. We're reaching our best by the end of the year. You know, it's last game of conference, so I feel like heading to the tournament, we got a little momentum. You know, we're on our way to playing our best basketball in March.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. Tell us a little bit about just wrapping up with an 11-7 conference record.
Yeah, unbelievable. I think this team, we grew a lot over the season. Obviously, we started in the non-conference 6-6. We got off to a hot start 3-0, and then we had kind of the lingering all the top teams, and kind of had our bumps and bruises, but we kept on pushing. We haven't had 11 wins, I think they said, for some years. I don't know off the top of my head, but anytime you reach a milestone, is an accomplishment. You should be proud of yourself, and especially with a group of young guys all bought in. And for myself and Chris to lead a team to 11 wins, it's a pretty cool feat.
The second alley-oop to Jong when the shot clock was winding down, was that something you just saw at the last second, or?
Yeah. The whole time, the way that they were doing, they just sliced me, making me go to the left, and Carvacho was kind of playing in front. The weak side kind of lifted up to the wing, and Mbake was wide open. But I thought he did a good job. And when you're throwing a lob, you're kind of just looking at the defender. And Carvacho, I saw his last name, so that means he probably wouldn't get that for Mbake. But luckily we made it. He caught the pass. I threw a good pass and finished. But those plays are big on the road, because they're deflating. And I think he just had the play before. So once you see 2 alley-oops, that's pretty deflating for a team that's trying to climb back into the game.
I think you closed this game on an 8-1 run after losing an 18-point lead and falling behind with a couple minutes left. Is that something you guys could have done earlier in the season, or is that something you guys had to develop and build?
I think anytime you got your trials and tribulations, that's the way to learn. I think a lot of time this year we had opportunities to kind of get back into the game, and it kind of got away from us. But for the most part, I feel like this team is pretty good when push comes to shove, kind of making plays. And I was just proud of the effort. And obviously, we need all the momentum going into the conference tournament. We'll probably play San Diego State, and they're a team that we got down to the second time around, and we came back, but we didn't finish the game. So to show the young guys that it's possible, I think is just good for the maturity, the growth, and the mindset moving forward.
You assisted on Chris's go-ahead three-pointer with a couple minutes left. He was 6 of 6 from 3. Just
wow.
What about his shooting today, and how did you feel when you saw him lining up that last shot?
I didn't even know he's 6 for 6, but Chris is a good shooter, especially when he has his feet set. On that one play, we kind of did against Boise State too. I'm just reading, the backside guy, and same way on his back door. You have to stop the back door by basically being out of bounds. On that skip pass, you got to be completely below him. And Page was a little bit. He didn't cover the baseline fully, so the skip pass wide open. And good on Chris. Seniors make big plays on the road, and that's what he did. So I'm proud of him. I think he led the team with 20 points. He was vocal. He had to work on that, this year. He's done a lot, really good. But 6 for 6 on the road, unbelievable.
What is this? Does this say anything about your team heading into the Mountain West tournament? What do you think this says about your team? What do you want to say?
I think we're just going to be a tough out. San Diego State will be our third time playing us. Everybody knows in sports it's hard to beat a team 3 times. But they're a good team. I think we're playing our best basketball right now. I'm looking forward to the conference tournament. At the end of the day, you got to put together 40 minutes, and it's basketball. It's not baseball. It's very easy. I think all you got to do is have a team. Miss shots and you make shots. It's a make or miss sport. We're looking forward to it. Guys are dialed in. But the good thing is we play a team that we played already twice, and I thought the second time we put ourselves in a position. The first time they punched us in the mouth. So this third time, hopefully, we could get them.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Cool.
Noel.